All right, we're here. We're playing for 4-0, and our hand is bad, so we have to mulligan. So, not a great start. But this hand's pretty great. So, not too bad, not too bad. I really want to play against a control deck. So, we'll hope that happens. But Mountain? Basic Mountain? Oh, God. What is this, an 8-man? I played an 8-man last night. At 3 a.m. or something. It was pretty late. But I'm playing against mono red, and then a white weenie deck, and then another mono red deck. So I've been doing plenty of this already. Mono red is good. I don't think heroic is. I do like it just has spells. Yeah, that's what it looks like this guy's up to. But our hand is not bad against him, so there's that. Being on the draw obviously stinks. If we were on the play, be in a pretty good spot, but not super happy about this. Do get to play Dr. Siegeman next turn, so that's good. Second planes might be killing me. We'll see. I would like to be able to play Courser and not have to tap Caryatid to do it, but we're not there yet. We're playing Rhino first. So back up to 12. He's got a Mardu Scout. Rhino blocks all of his stuff. He doesn't have a good way to answer it unless he has a Heel Cutter. Heel Cutter would just be game, probably. Heel Cutter's so good. If you guys are playing mono red, you guys should probably look into play some Heel Cutters. Even in red-white, maybe. Like 1 or 2 might be good in that deck. Oh no, 3 mana. Okay, phew. Just some 1/1s, thankfully. I can beat those. Now we're going to go with Courser. This is sort of risky, but I gotta start gaining some life here, and that's not gonna help unless we hit like the Urborg next turn. Then that'll be pretty good. But obviously, wanted to progress my board and not stay at the same amount of blockers. Like that's not very helpful. But he's just dashing the Scout, and he's gonna get in. So I think my best blocks are here and here. If he has a shock, he can take down the Rhino. Hits me for 5, but I still have a Courser, and then I'm going to get to double up on Coursers next turn. So I like my spot, I think. I think it's okay. Looks like he does have the Slash. That just went upstairs? Jesus. I better hit a land here. He's got big plans. There's a land. So, 2 life coming my way. And I might just keep this on top to ensure that I can gain 2 life next turn. And actually, that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I want to gain the 2 life for sure. I'm in no real rush. Obviously, he could have something like Stoke and Strike to get me. But if he doesn't have it this turn, between the Line of Waste and the Whip, I should be in a comfortable enough position next turn. So Stoke and Strike, or land and another Stoke, I suppose, or Stoke and 2 shocks. You know, a lot of options, but yeah, just looks like nothing is really going to happen here. We're going to gain 2 life, up to 9. I think we can go down to 8 and then just hit him with a Rhino. Although that's dumb. That was bad. I should have just tapped this for black because I'm going to play the other Caryatid. So that was kind of silly. I wonder if I should actually get in with a Courser, but I feel like I'm just going to suicide it. Yeah, I'd rather have it back to block, I think. 12 is a big enough buffer that I can't really get burned out. I should be at 13, though. That was my bad. I'm really glad I kept that land on top, though. So he's going to jet me. That's not going to be even close to enough to do it. I mean, obviously, there's still a combination of things that can kill me. But, yeah. Packs it up. Good draw, especially since we were on the draw. That was basically what we needed. So, Cures are great. Drowns are great. All of these other cards kind of stink. Definitely don't want this Soul. I find Hornet Queen to be a little slow, and then I don't mind some Thoughtseizes to get his dash guys. But I think that's about it. Mastery would be kind of nice if it gets to that point in the game, because it's another life gain effect, but it is very, very slow, and I don't think it's good enough. So I think this is about the best I can do. And like I said, I've been playing against this deck a lot in 8-mans, and my record against it is generally pretty good, so Pharika's Cure definitely helps, and you know, I'm pretty used to playing against it. So we have turn 2 Gerry, turn 3 Drown, so we can't mulligan this, especially since he's on 6. They do their best to mitigate Drown after board, but I feel like even if I just get a 2-for-1, it should be enough, especially with all these coursers and this whip. So he's gonna go for the straight scout, and I could play Wayfinder and try and get him or whatever, but they have Searing Blood, and that's generally not a good idea, especially since Caryatid provides me with the other black mana for Drown. So if he has any follow-up here, I will happily just Drown, but it doesn't look like he's going to do anything, so now I can just start turtling up with coursers. And there's a Pharika's Cure. So a lot of incremental life gain, which is nice. Obviously, Urborg would be great here. Can't stress enough how great that card is. But he's just going to go for the Jet and the Wild Slash. So now he's down a bunch of cards trying to clear the way, and that's just not going to work out well for him. Next turn, I'm probably going to Cure the Scout and play Wayfinder if he doesn't play another creature. If he does play another creature, I'll probably just Drown him. But yeah, since he's dashing, then I think I just have to Cure the one that's in play. So go green off this. And there's the Urborg. Beautiful. Beautiful. And I'm just going to Cure this thing right now. Well, I'm going to make sure I don't take a point of damage. Moto's been doing this thing where, like, you go, all these cards, add black with Urborg. Yeah, and I just end up taking damage. So, yeah, but if you do it like that, you don't take damage. So be careful with that. That's gotten me a few times. That killed me once. So yeah, healthy 12, Wayfinder against his Mardu Scout, whip in hand, courser in hand, Drown in case things get out of hand somehow. Like that, you know. Do have to take 1 to play this courser. He's going to pay me right back with this Evolving Wilds, though. And we don't need a second whip, so I'm just going to crack this Wilds right now. Make sure I actually gain the life before he can stoke it. Let's get this Forest. Alternatively, I could have Drowned there, but I think just having Courser is better. I could be wrong, though. And I'm not going to take a point to Commune. I don't think that's worth it. I just have to preserve my life total and make sure I can actually get to a spot where I can just play Whip and have that buffer. And then, you know, like next turn, for example, I could play Whip and play Commune. I think I'm probably just going to end up drowning. But I have Whip and I have Commune to find some of my bigger creatures. Either Siege Rhino or Tassiger, potentially. And then have something that actually give me a big boost with Whip. And then from there, I should be in a pretty good spot. So hopefully you just cast the thing, yeah. Pause for a sec while I sneeze. Oh, God. Okay, so he stoked my Courser. And he's attacking with that. Since I'm going to drown, I'm just going to block. And now we have a downfall. We don't really know what's on top. And by not really, I mean we definitely do not know what's on top. So, also going to Commune this turn. Could potentially hold open Downfall. That might be a better play, actually. I'm in no real rush to commune. But I'm going to commune. Like, even if he dashes something, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I'll just take this Banishing Light, I guess. I don't need more whips. You could have Shatter, I suppose. Shatter would be kind of good. But Shatter might get me, actually. Perhaps we should have played around Shatter, because I don't think this removal spell does anything. He just has a Fire Drinker. I'm just going to banish this guy and play a whip. I did talk about Shatter a little bit, but I'm not super worried about it. I don't think it's a thing that he could realistically have. And I don't have the 8th mana to play whip and activate it, so I think it's just better to get it out there. He's going to dash a Scout. So I'm at 10, but I should be gaining some of that back. So options are whip a Satyr to try and mill into some big stuff, or just whip a Courser. And I like just whipping Satyr. We're like halfway through our deck, and we have mostly small stuff. So we brick on the Satyr, but that's okay. I get a land, so I can play the land potentially next turn for Courser if there's not one on top, and then gain a little bit more life that way. It's like 3 versus 1. And now we have a couple removal spells open for his whatchamacallit, his Mardu Scout. So definitely going to downfall that thing and keep the 1 mana cut, because I don't think he has any Planeswalkers. Well, I guess I'll just wait for him to attack. I could like downfall it, but then he could play a Swift Spear or something. So just kill that thing. Probably better to give him a chance to Titan Strength it, but these decks don't generally play that. They're just all about the burn. It's alright. Courser incoming. That's a Rhino on top, and that should seal up the game probably. So we're at 12. We get to hit him with a Courser up to 14. We have a Freakus Cure and a Cut Open. And Rhino on top, and we should have a huge enough buffer that even if he draws like Stoke the Flames for the rest of the game, we should be good. So yeah, pretty simple, pretty simple. Our draws ended up being pretty good. These were certainly above average draws. Like I said, I've played this matchup a decent amount. And this is basically what you have to do to win. Okay, so we don't have any lands, but we mill a bunch of fat stuff, so now we're well set up. He has to beat this Rhino, he has to beat this Whip. We still have Freakus Cure to gain 2 life. And we're basically back at 20. And he's going to do some work. He's going to strike me twice, but I don't think that's going to do it. This burn deck could definitely use Skullcrack. Skullcrack would be a huge help. I'm not sure I could beat this deck if he had Skullcrack. So we're at 15. We're going to go to 50 after we attack with these Rhinos. And I'm kind of shocked that he has not conceded yet, but that's okay. All right, Magma Jet me. I'm at 21. Gotta say, I'm pretty pleased here. Act of Treason. All right, man. Strictly worse than Harnessed by Force. Yeah, I'm pretty pleased. It's not very often I get to go 4-0 while I'm recording, but yeah, I think this might have been dangerous. I 4-0'd against a bunch of aggressive decks, and I think my deck is more slanted towards beating the control and mid-range strategies, so this is likely going to be the deck I play in Miami. Obviously, I reserve the right to last-minute audible, but this deck has been going pretty well, and obviously I might change a few things here and there, but it's been pretty nice. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed watching Siege Rhino beat up on some aggro decks.